Hi, how was break? Did you meet any new people? Thank you so much for being here today and for staying for the second half. I'd like to introduce Nicole from Human Rights and Equity Services.
Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me? I'm not always good with mics, so I apologize. So as Jasmine said, my name is Nicole McKeever, and I work in Human Rights and Equity Services. And so I'm here just to share a little bit about what services we offer you and how to connect with us and some information related to what we do. So we provide trauma-informed, survivor-centric, confidential advisory service to members of the Dalhousie community, and that is anybody who is a student, who is a staff, who is on campus for an event, and we focus mostly on human rights, harassment, sexualized violence, conflict. As you can see, those are pretty general in nature, so there's a lot that falls under our office. And basically anything that has to do with how you interact with one another, how you feel, to help you feel safe on campus, any concerns you have with that, any human rights related issues. Our office is a good office to connect with, and we provide a lot of advisory services. Sometimes people relate offices such as ours as a place you go to just make complaints. We do a lot of coaching, support, and some informal resolution with people as well. So definitely give us a call, chat with us, and if we're not the right service, we'll connect you with somebody else who can help. So confidential reporting, we are a stand-alone office in that we don't act on any information that's given without the consent of individuals unless there is a risk to you, others, harm parties, if there's abuse under 16, those legality issues that everyone have. So we do personal support and referrals. We also do coaching if there are certain skills like around difficult conversations, or you need to have a conversation with your supervisor and you're not sure how, if there's any power imbalance type things there and you're wondering or something seems off, definitely I would be the advisor that you'd connect with, and we'd be able to talk about your situation and maybe come up with some language that might be helpful, ensure that you know your rights in those situations, and then we can come up with a plan on how to move forward. We also do conflict resolution processes such as circle dialogue, mediation, and any other kind of facilitated process between individuals. The sexualized violence policy is one of the new policies that starts as of September 1st. And if you were on campus previously, it will take over the sexual harassment policy. And this covers everything under the umbrella from sexual harassment, sexual assault, domestic violence. All of those things fall under this. And again, this policy is overreaching to everyone on campus. The other policies that fall under our office are the personal harassment policy, the statement of prohibited discrimination, and then any issues with accommodations, for failure to accommodate, that comes to us under the statement of prohibited discrimination. So here's a little video, I'm seeing if it'll work here, to tell you a little bit about the new policy for sexualized violence. So that's just a little video you might see around campus. It's also going to be on the HRES website. All of the information in there hold true for our other policies as well. We offer those services. There are 3 specialty advisors, myself, personal harassment and conflict, Melissa McKay, who is a sexual violence advisor, and then we have Lisa DeLong, who is the Director of Case Management and Human Rights. So we all work with each other in different areas, so you may get an appointment with someone who doesn't have that in their title, but overall, those are the main areas that we usually work on. So with sexualized violence, as outlined, disclosing or reporting options under the new sexualized violence policy. So definitely have a look because there's some changes from the others. And there's a lot of support. So what our office tries to do is it's not just a place that you can report things. It's a place that you can go to get support, to get resources for you, for your loved ones, people who may be supporting you. We help with connecting with the appropriate people for any accommodations that need to be in place. That could be whether it's related to sexualized violence, whether it's related to discrimination, harassment, conflict, bullying. We look at safety planning if there's situations happening on campus and you're not feeling safe. Again, this could be something that's happening off campus or on campus. You still can seek our support for help and advice and guidance to connect you in the right people. We also accompany people to court services for any complaints that are made through a process for which that would happen through the criminal courts. Pegasus is a psychoeducational group for survivors of adult sexual assault, and that is a group run through our office, and that is an opportunity for survivors to come together, learn a little bit about what their experience is, a little bit of why we respond in the way that we do, an opportunity to connect with peers, and a safe space to just discuss and learn a little bit more about topics related to what you may be going through. So it's 10 weeks, and people can start throughout. You don't have to attend all 10 of them. And in order to find out where the location is, we do keep it safe. You just have to connect with an advisor through our office. Let us know that you're interested in the Pegasus program. We'll share a little bit about it and then advise you on when that will be. On our website, it also has the dates and times. So right now, it starts the end of September and runs through into December. And then we will be starting a second one in January. We try to keep them to no more than 8 to 10 people in the group, which means that if we do have a higher demand of people who want to do that, we may add more in, but we always start with that first group. All right. So has anyone today talked about the blue folder that you might see on campus, the mental health? So there's 2 folders on campus you might hear about. There's a blue folder, which is for people who are supporting students through mental health and wellness issues and students in distress. And so a lot of people who are, if you're going to be TAs or instructing as part of your time here, that's something that you might want to look out for. And the second one that will be available is the purple folder, and that's for everyone on campus. And basically what that outlines is what are resources available to individuals related to sexualized violence and sexual assault. And it also outlines little cards of how to respond if somebody shares with you that they have experienced a sexual assault. So it's a great resource to have as either a peer or in any of the roles that you may play in your time here on campus. So connect with an advisor. There's 2 ways to do it. All of the advisors have direct lines and direct emails that only we look at. So you can go on our website and connect directly with a specific advisor if you'd like. Or we have a main line and a main email that you can call, and we have an intake coordinator who you can let them know just a little bit about what you want to speak about, and then they'll be able to connect you with the right person. So we do a lot of education and outreach, and that's something, the last piece of what we do that you might be very excited about, opportunities there. We do workshops on allyship, bystander training, microaggressions, creating inclusive environments on campus and just in general. And we will be having general ones that are out there, and I'll be connecting with Jasmine and I believe the your graduate association to let you guys know about these, because we know that there is an interest in this area and to have access to that. If you go on our website, there's also a form that you can fill out if there's a group or a class that you're involved in that you would like to bring us in to do a presentation on. We do those. You also, there's opportunities for student jobs with our office called peer educators, and they do a lot of the education and outreach. So we'll be posting those actually in the next couple weeks on my Dal. We've had people in graduate programs, professional programs, undergraduate, a combination. So we can also steer that towards the direction in which your education is if you'd like it to complement that. So a lot of campaigns throughout the year to look forward to. So the International Women's Week, 16 Days of Activism. We just got through Pride Week. There's Respect Week. There are a lot of opportunities on campus to get involved in special targeted weeks and months. And if you are a group of students or you're part of any group on campus or society and you would like to run an event as part of those, let our office know. If you want to run like a lunchtime panel or a film or bring in a speaker, we definitely can help support you in accessing the resources you need to do that. So again, a lot of on our website is right here. If you put human rights, equity services, any of those, and you search in Dal, our website does come up. But this is the direct link to ours. We have a lot of videos that are there. We have a social justice terminology page that can help. Sometimes language is ever changing and we're learning, so we try to keep information there for people who are wondering. There are reflection worksheets, whether you're working through some conflict, whether you're looking at difficult conversations. There's a multi-faith calendar just to be aware of what some of the different holidays and observances that are out there to keep in mind. Also, we have our upcoming campaigns and information are on there. So it's great to check out. We are updating our website now, so if you check it now, go back again in a month or so because it might look a bit different. But there definitely are a lot of resources that could be helpful to you in your time here at Dalhousie. So basically contact us in any way that you think you've experienced any of the human rights violations, or basically any time that you feel uncomfortable, unsafe in your environment, or it's anything to do with interacting with other individuals. I know that's broad, but we do a lot in our office. So one thing that I wanted to mention that is coming out too is the breastfeeding guidelines. So if you or any students you know or any other individuals on campus will be breastfeeding in your time on campus, there are guidelines that outline what your rights are under the accommodations policy and the statement of prohibited discrimination. Obviously there are rights for people to be able to breastfeed in classes and in spaces, and then there's also it outlines when it's safe for the child to do so. So there's certain labs and places like that it might not be, but it comes down to safety. So if that is something that you think you're like, okay, that might be relevant to me, you can find those guidelines on our website. HR has a copy of them, and there's going to be some stories going out in Dal News, so more information about that. So if that's something and you're wondering where do I go, or you're talking to a supervisor or any employer on campus and they're not really working with you on that, let us know and we can help facilitate that need on campus. So anything else no, we're good. Thank you. Welcome to your programs, and I hope you have a great academic year.
Thank you, Nicole. That was perfect.